minutes.
There was applause from the gallery, and every American applauds. Mr. Speaker, I have an alert for the Trump administration. The Trump-led FEMA, that's the Federal Emergency Management Agency, part of the Department of Homeland Security, is falling far short on disaster relief in Puerto Rico. In fact, I think one could say they are actually perilously short on helping the people, our fellow citizens in Puerto Rico. It has now been 22 days, that's 528 hours, since Hurricane Maria destroyed Puerto Rico. Now, hundreds of thousands of our fellow citizens in Puerto Rico still have no fresh water, no power, little food, with many villages lacking any means for communication. Many have no dry cots or even dry sleeping bags to replace the wet mattresses and moldy surroundings that characterize the Puerto Rico of today. Now, let me say that Puerto Rico is not a large island. It's a little over 100 miles wide, not much larger than my congressional district in Ohio, which extends from Cleveland to Toledo. The difference with Puerto Rico is the topography is much more hilly. So I ask myself the question, why hasn't FEMA had airdrops of vital sustenance from the very start? Where is that help to these far-flung villages that have been cut off because when the rains came, they washed out bridges and roads that make all these tiny towns inaccessible? Inaccessible. Fresh water packets can be airdropped. Our military does that all over the world. Why can't those freshwater packets be dropped in Puerto Rico? We can drop packets with peanut butter and bread. We do that all over the world. Why can't we do that in Puerto Rico? Why can't we air packet drop food? Citizens in Ohio with families and friends in Puerto Rico about whom they are desperately worried have been told that many smaller towns where they have relationships lack relief and any assistance now, 528 hours, 22 days into this deep human tragedy. I want to place on the record, and I hope somebody at FEMA is listening, names of some of the villages that are completely cut off because roads and bridges were destroyed, and no relief has come. No relief has come. Ponce in the south is one. Utuado, Yayuya, Arecibo, Uaco, Corozal, Comerio, Luisa, Toa Baja, Cabo Rojo, Lanaras. Those are names we have been given. Aid to these pockets of desperation is almost 3 weeks overdue. People need relief now. FEMA also needs a better plan. In fact, they need a plan. I don't think they have any plan to immediately evacuate people to the mainland for respite. Places like Cleveland, Lorain, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, we could accept people who now are living in conditions you would wish on no American. We cannot risk more illness and death. Children should not be missing school after the horror they've experienced. And we shouldn't have the level of hardship that have been subjected to people who are still enduring the devastation of Maria. What is happening there is inhumane. Most of the television stations are down in San Juan. And that's where the governor of Puerto Rico is most of the time when our Codels go down there. But the desperation is in the countryside. It's outside of San Juan, which is inaccessible. President Trump, the people of America, and let me tell you, those in Ohio, need you to help their families and countrymen now. FEMA can do so much better for our fellow Americans. FEMA's initials stand for federal, emergency management. So where is the emergency? Where is the management? And where is the federal reputation for excellence and leaving no man or woman behind? FEMA, shape up. America demands more, and Americans deserve more. I yield back.
Gentlewoman's time has expired.